Well, hey everyone. How's it going? Today is Monday, April the 28th, and I have 4 items going out that sold Saturday and Sunday. Only 4. Definitely a change from the previous weekend where I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I sold 9 items that last Saturday and Sunday. I was working my full-time job though. This weekend, I did not get any items posted, any new items posted on Saturday. I did get just a couple yesterday. I had some downtime at home. For those of you that don't know me, I am a full-time hospice on-call nurse and a part-time reseller. And so this was my weekend working. When I work, I cover the entire weekend. So some weekends I work every other weekend. So some weekends it can be a little challenging to even touch my part-time business. So anyway, this is my little spot in the world. Thanks for joining. And I'm going to show you what sold this weekend and what profit I made off of it. So let's just get going. I just got back from the Goodwill. Monday morning, that's the one thing that's been consistent is Monday at my local Goodwill is 75% off day. So it's 75% off of the color. So today's color, was it yellow? I literally just got back and now I can't even remember. I think, yes, it was yellow. But last week was blue. So it just kind of depends on what week I go. I had a couple returns. I don't know if you remember my last haul. I had a Peter Millar dress-up shirt, and I thought when I bought it, I thought it was on the 75% off, but it wasn't. So I did end up taking that back because comps were only about $15 to $20 on that shirt. And there was a specific, like that specific shirt had sold, and I think it was like $16 or something. So I took it back because it was $9.53 or something like that. So I did take that back. And then I bought it's like a long sleeve, was it Beyond Yoga? It was a yoga long sleeve shirt, and right is a very lightweight cotton, and right at the seam where they put their little Goodwill sticker in, it had already started creating a hole, and I just did not want to chance it. So I did return that. I got it last week on the 75% off. So I only, paid $1 something for it, but still I'm not going to resell it. So I just ended up taking it back. So got $11 and some back and then spent $180 today. So I'm like, I've got to get going. I got to get some items posted for sale. But I have already sold 2 items today, so I will have a video tomorrow for you for sure. So stick around. Okay, it's about 11 o'clock. I've got tons to do today. I am on call again tonight starting at 5 p.m. So I gotta get going. But this first item is going out. This brand, I do sell it quite a bit, although you don't make a ton on it. And it's Beach Lunch Lounge. And this is just a long sleeve button up floral, and it's a size small. Here's the deal. I got it in a bag sale last year sometime. It has literally just been hanging on this rack forever. And I actually was thinking of taking it to my flea market booth because I have a clothing rack there. And I knew I wouldn't, make very much online for it. So it just sat and sat and sat. And finally one day I was like, let's just list this thing. So I just listed it not too long ago. Thank goodness. It did sell for $10.80 plus shipping, and my net profit on this is $9.31. So I did not look up my cost of goods. I think all of these items are last year items. So let me see if I can even find it. Beach lunch. Let's see. Spaghetti strap. There it is. Bag of Bargain, it was 59 cents. I got this December the 30th. So really, I didn't get it too far. But it did just set up on my rack forever. So I just listed it. So I'm glad. That's pretty good. My cost of goods was super low. It's going out. And where's my thank you stickers? Let me tell you, one thing I did do yesterday when I had some time is try and work on, I just recorded a haul the other day, and I had a haul of like my last Goodwill trip, an estate sale, several garage sales, and I'm buried in it back here. I'm buried in it. And so I did spend some time while I was at home yesterday trying to like mark things for the booth and put them back on the shelf back here, because that is my like flea market booth shelf back there. But anyway, I'm trying. I think I've mentioned, you know, it's like I feel like I'm like paddling in the water and I'm wearing out. So anyway, it is what it is, but I'll get there. It is like a work in progress. I know for a fact I got these at my local pallet place, and I was really unsure of like if they were gonna sell, but it's a pair of jeans, which I was happy with, because you know, here we are at the end of April, probably not very many people looking at jeans, but it's edited by Remy Bader. Remy Bader. I think it's Bader, right? These are size 16. They are new with tag. These are the loose straight jeans. And I wasn't really sure about them. Truthfully, I don't even know where you buy these. I've never seen this brand before, but the comps were so. They did sell for, I think I posted them for like, well, the comps were not good. $10.99. So they posted for $10.99. My cost of goods at the pallet place was $207 last year. And so here it is, you know, April, and they sold $10.99 plus shipping. My net profit is $9.10. So glad they sold. They took up a little bit of room in my jean bin. I feel like when your inventory system grows, you have to totally rework your inventory system. And I feel like that's where I'm at. I need a different plan. I think I need better shelving, maybe shelving that will hold more. And my husband and I are actually, we need to get a shed, like a little shop. And so we actually discussed, do I move everything out in the shop in the back? Or do we actually use it for like our lawnmower and a bunch of stuff, and then it'll give me more room? I think that's kind of where we're going with it. And I know it's not Easter, but these are just so cute. I feel like I still want to put them on. And it is still April, right? So I'm still gonna put these little stickers on. And I have little owl stickers. You know, I am the nostalgic owl. That's my store. So, all right. So going out, I'm happy with that. Happy to at least make my money back. And this is going out in a 12 by 15. There we go. All right, so the next item, I also need a trash can here. My neighbors are mowing. You know, I would love to be able to leave my garage door open while I film. Lou would love it, because Lou likes to like be out there roaming around. But the problem is my neighborhood is so busy, and there's always someone walking by. Like one of my last videos, I think it was Which video was it? I don't know. But we had a neighborhood garage sale. Well, my neighbor was walking by, and so he was talking to me, and I didn't edit my video because it's like, well, my editing, let me know if YouTube, please tell me what app or what, website you use as your editing software for your videos, because I had to quit mine because it wasn't working. So I was paying for it, but it wasn't working. So please, just pop it into the comments. Okay, so this is a pair of shoes. I know I got these at the Goodwill outlet, my last trip there. It was November 1st. That was my last trip at the outlet. I'm so sad. I'm like, I need to go, guys. I need to go back. So my sister and I, we took a trip up to Kansas City and stayed the weekend. My cost of goods that weekend was 92 cents for shoes and clothing. This is a pair of Kenneth Cole tan leather double strappy heels, flower studs, size 9. So it's kind of got this double strap. The studs are on it. Here's the flower. It did have where a sticker was, and I couldn't get that off. So I know for a fact that a woman wearing it, that's gonna rub off just naturally. So I did disclose that, and I am going to ship it out in a box instead of in a poly, since they are, some heels. I knew comps were not going to be the greatest on this, but I thought they were a very cute pair of heels, and for 92 cents I just decided to do it. So I am shipping this out in a old Amazon box that I am recycling. I sold these for $13.49. These did sell with promoted listings, so there was a little bit of an extra fee coming out. I've told you guys recently, I decided to just go for it and try promoted listings on all of my items up until that day I was doing it. So $13.49, and my net profit is $9.06. So I'm not sad about it. I only pay 92 cents for these. I'm getting that 92 cents back and making, $8. So not bad. They didn't take up a whole lot of room, and I'm gonna wait to tape that so you guys don't have to hear that nonsense. And then I had a Mercari sale. This actually sold Friday night. I was gonna ship this out Saturday, and I was, even though I was on call, I was able to do a Saturday morning video. I was so excited. So this is a Columbia hat. Let me read you my title. I'm shipping 2 of them. Columbia PFG fish mesh snapback trucker hat, adjustable Americana. This was my this was the sell. So it sold for $15 on Mercari, and what I didn't like is you see this stain, this little stain here, that was not there when I posted it, and I cannot get it out. I washed this hat on Saturday thinking, oh, well, it must be some dirt or something. I couldn't get it out. So what I did, I bought these 2 hats at a garage sale this last summer. I paid $2, I think, a piece, or $1 a piece for them. So I messaged the buyer, and I said, here's the deal. I have a stain. I'll refund you the money, or I have 2 more. I have another blue one too. And I said, I'm willing to throw you in another hat, as a way to apologize and, just to get my money back basically on these, because I don't know how this thing got a stain on it. And you would think the white would have got a stain, right? Nope, there's just this little mark right here. So I wanted to, do my due diligence and make sure they were happy. And I think she's happy. she's like, oh my goodness, yeah, I'll take the gray one. So I am just throwing them both in here. So on Mercari, I'm shipping this in an eBay 8x8x8 box. So when you have a store on eBay, you get a $25 credit every quarter. On the first quarter, I bought tape, which is, this is the tape I use on pretty much everything, no matter what platform I sell it on. So since we're in another quarter, I needed these boxes are amazing. I love the size of this box. So I went ahead and I used my second quarter on these boxes, and I got a case of them in. So this just fits perfectly. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. So these hats I had posted $12.99 on eBay a piece. On Mercari, I just include shipping in the total price. And so she had made an offer for $15. So at the end of it, I'm really just like $6.93 is what I'm making. And that's throwing this extra hat in. So I'm pretty much just coming even on these two hats. And that's okay. I get them out of my stock. I actually have another one that's a blue one left that I bought at that same garage sale. So technically it's paying for all three of the hats. It's giving me my money back, and it's a wash. So I'm okay with it. Yes, I wish I would have made more, but I'm okay with it. So, all right. And that is it. So let me give you a recap of my week. It was not as good as my previous week. So my previous week, I had 24 sales, and my net profit was $400. And so coming into this last week, April 21st through the 27th, I had 21 sales. So I was 3 sales down, but my net profit was only $226.20. So only 3 sales down, but I significantly made less. So if you're following my debt payoff journey, every week I take 25% of my net profit and I make a payment towards a bill. So I'm currently, this will be my 4th payment I have made to my new bill I just started. It was daunting. I owed over $9,000. My monthly payment's like 200 and some on it. So I'm sticking with it. Last week I was able to make $100 payment. So I think what I'll do, I'll give you guys, after I make, every month when I make 4 payments, I will just give you a recap of where I'm at, what I owe on it. But for this week, I'm gonna be able to pay $56.55. And so looking back on the last 3 weeks, that is over $200 that when I add in the $56, I've made over $200 extra payment in the last month. So next week, I'll kind of give you a recap of what I owe after, that $200 plus the minimum payment that was paid. So that's pretty, it's going to get paid off way quicker because I'm doing this. So I'm hoping once my full-time job comes to an end, because I did give them my resignation. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm working my full-time job through the month of May. So I just, it's like, for you guys watching, you're probably like, this lady, believe me, I feel so out of sorts. This is not me. My husband was like, is this hormones? But the job, at the end of the day, my full-time job as a hospice on-call nurse has been very difficult on me when I'm on. Yes, I work 7 days on and then I get 7 days off. But sometimes at the end of those 7 days off, I'm still not ready to go back, which tells you I need a change in my life and it's not working for me. And when you just work constantly and you work nights and weekends and holidays and you do it for years and years and years, it takes a toll on you. And so some people can just push right through and it doesn't bug them. My body's just telling me that I can't do it anymore. So I don't know what that means, but you guys are going to be updated. So all that to say, I hope that I can continue to make extra payments, and it might not be 25%. You know, I was paying only 20% and I bumped it up to 25 after the first of the year. So yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at. But I've made 2 sales today. So tomorrow you will have another video coming out, and I super appreciate you that have been following me, helping me to build this channel, because that's another goal of mine. I think I'm at 667 followers today. So thanks so much for joining. And I just super appreciate all of your, your constructive criticism, your motivation, your encouragement. I appreciate all of that. So thanks so much. Have a blessed Monday, and I will see you later.